we found this position. Eddie Bravo, you guys are familiar with whip ups. That tends to happen from more hip square to the mat. And on a whip up, we're going to kind of use our legs and our upper body to kind of get him way up here. You guys, that makes sense to everybody? What we're going to do is kind of modify that here. And once we get to a side position and shrimped out, now we're going to kind of hit the same sort of whip up from here. That's what's going to get our hip nice and low. So it's just a little motion, but I'm using a lot of my legs to crunch up and pull this hip past my hip. And then that's when, if he puts a lot of pressure into me, I'll roll. If he chooses not to, some people will back off that pressure because they feel imbalanced right there. So when I'm here, instead of him pressuring, he might know that he's just going to roll at that point. So he'll draw away from the pressure. When he starts to draw away from my pressure is when I'm going to be able to rise up to my elbow. So I'm creating a new situation there. So we want to start where we were. I want to get a little bit of a whip up, pulling my hip line lower than his. So from here, boom, kicking into a little whip. Now, if he puts pressure, we roll. If he goes away from my pressure, I rise up to my elbow. Make sense? Now from here, if he posts, go ahead and post your hand. When he posts, I'm going to kind of catch his post right here. And now I'm going to pull him back down using a lot of this lat. And as I pull, I want to make sure I'm putting his elbow right to his body. So I don't want his elbow to flare out and try and do this move. I want to turn the wrist a little bit so that his elbow is shooting right by his body. And that's all with the angle right here. Okay? So I'm rotating his elbow here, and then I'm pulling him back down. And then this hand is already waiting right there. So watch that little switch. From here, rotate, pull him back down, and catch. Okay, I'm 2-on-1 right here, nice and tight, and then I want to suck it in really tight. Okay, from here now, I have a bunch of options. I can switch my grip and just reach under and continue my roll. Make sense? And then I'll show you another more advanced into a triangle from after we're done. So go get that.